Dear participants, I would like to start by thanking the Vice President of the European Parliament, Pina Picerno, to host this wonderful event and bringing us together. Let's dig into the topic of women entrepreneurship. To me, women entrepreneurship distincts itself precisely by the need to separate itself from entrepreneurship. And the reason isn't far-fetched. Until today, people generally associate entrepreneurship not only with men, but also with values that are traditionally seen as male values. When we think of entrepreneurship, we often think of values such as competition, individualism, and the inevitability of making sacrifices to become a successful entrepreneur. For example, you may have heard of what is called online grind culture. As the Belgian Minister of Telecommunication, I like to know what inspires our youth online. Grind culture stands for having a strict life, where there is little room for relaxation and even social interactions. A life in which you work towards a predetermined ideal self that will turn you into a successful person, often as an entrepreneur. In short, little sleep, work out, work more, eat and repeat. I have a lot of respect for discipline and ambition, of course. But this ideal often comes with putting aside the parts that really make you, you. This, while your personality can be an important part of your unique selling proposition, to speak in entrepreneurial language. To me, women entrepreneurship means unapologetically being yourself as an entrepreneur. That could mean not having to hide the set of values and characteristics that are traditionally seen as female, but rather embrace them. Some of these may contain being empathic, preferencing cooperative work relations, finding a work-life balance that fits you. It could also mean taking up room in spaces where you are the only woman or being the only female speaker in an all-male panel on entrepreneurship. Now, what makes you different adds value in many ways. And that is why I strongly believe in an intersectional approach when discussing the lack of diversity in various domains. We call it the diversity within diversity. The diversity in ethnicity, in socio-economic background, in sexual orientation, religion, age, and so on. When products and services are created within a vacuum, separately from our diverse societies, they will often miss the insights needed to make them truly appealing to a broad target audience. Diversity, therefore, isn't only good for us, but good for our societies and profitable for entrepreneurs. However, if we truly want to give all women the opportunity to become entrepreneurs, we should get rid of all the barriers, even those that look very different to those we struggle with. If you're inspired by this, I advise you to Google the theory behind the business case of diversity. In recent years, I've met a lot of ambitious women who want to take the step to entrepreneurship. Within the Belgian federal government, one of the projects I work on is Women in Digital, attracting more women to the digital sector and close the digital gap. This means that women entrepreneurs encounter a double threshold, both on the level of entrepreneurship and on the level of digitalization. In Belgium, in 2022, women represented 35.5% of self-employed people. And during the last 10 years, the number of female self-employed people has increased slightly faster than the number of male self-employed people. One of the ways we want to speed up that process is by, again, changing the narrative. Both through the Women in Digital strategy and through our federal strategy on women entrepreneurship, we give visibility to role models. If you see someone you feel familiar with in a certain position, it will be easier to envision yourself in a similar position. And I believe all of us here can be ambassadors to other women and to inspire them to take the step to entrepreneurship, even if it means being the only woman in the room. By being the first ones, others won't have to be.